Hello, everybody, anyone who may tune in. My name is Christopher Wood. I am 52 years old, and I am a 5-year revenge retaliation victim of very seriously dangerous Ontario Provincial Police. I am the victim of skull splitting, brain injuring, body mutilations, kidnapping, blood and piss forcing, sex assaults, false arrest, medical blacklisting, extortion, arrest refusals, full physical identity theft, victim of the course of 5 years. In 2019, I was shot not by a bullet, but by something that went into my right ear by O.p.p chief or commander. He drove a white Jeep Wrangler that happened on the corner of Bridge and Center Street in Napanee, Ontario, August of 2019. And problems began. And the reason I was shot was because of me speaking of human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, homeless exploitation, and possible money laundering that was taking place in Napanee. As a result, then I was shot. Lies, time buying, cover-ups is what has been happening to me while going through full physical identity theft, full physical identity change, proving it 100% and not being able to do a damn thing about it. Serious skull deforming. I have no feeling on the right side of my head. I have no feeling on the right side of my body. I have piss and shit that goes through my body, through my face. I have a tube that goes from my groin to my right nipple, up to my throat, up to the back of my neck. I have shown it and proven it as well. No surgeries. And I am getting feces going through me and urine as well. Ontario Provincial Police, who are human traffickers, sex slave traffickers, guilty of having my mother stalked and murdered, guilty of having my dogs killed as well, drug traffickers, sex offenders, ex-inmates, psych ward patients are their co-offenders, organized, the police, 3 mental health workers, justice of the peace, and criminal doctors are involved. O.p.p, once again, ex-chief of commander, year 2019, that drove the white Jeep Wrangler before he left Napanee, having me shot. Guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Staff Sergeant, years 2019, 2021, kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weese, Constable Ward, Stacey, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston amhs, and Shelley Haffner or Huffner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with me. Spencer Mills 14716 and Robert Kane 7224. Stacey, Kingston amhs, the mental health worker that's involved, her girlfriend, name and file falsifier, the one that had me medically blacklisted for discrimination, treatment refusals, and to prevent me help. Dr. Margie V is one name. She also goes by Dr. Tatiana V. Her name is Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, and girlfriend is Stacey. She is the one that had me pretty much medically blacklisted, assuring every crime against me, and then being falsely charged twice to prevent anything legal on cops, doctors, or anyone else in an attempt to turn it around, in an attempt to try to give me a criminal record, in an attempt to try to discredit me, in an attempt to try to get out of criminal and civil lawsuits, as well as arresting and charging for their crimes, being fucking criminal doctors. There is also guilty of treatment refusals, discrimination, and other very serious crimes. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO, Cubby Duck, and patient relations are all criminally negligent, involved in co-committing and covering up crimes for themselves, for the police, and for their accomplices. The justice of the peace is involved. Threats, intimidations, accusations, stating I was high on marijuana, and hallucinating being sodomized because it was done through the police and their co-offender. The one guy known as Bill Waldridge. He has many alias names. He is approximately 70 years old, bald, glasses. He is seriously delusional. He is a mimicker. He is highly psychotic. He is highly obsessed. He thinks that he and I were switched at birth. He thinks that he is my dad. He is guilty of criminally stalking my mother and murdering her December 20th, 2020. Another Blair Frederick hardy-cain, who is allegedly O.p.p. constable detective, are both guilty of doing it. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of rapes, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, pensions as well, murdering elderly, and drug trafficking is Blair Hardy. And the one known as Bill Waldridge, they are the ones that O.p.p. surrounded me, hands on guns, to prevent any arrest on them, which I can prove and have proven. Other accomplices, co-offenders who are guilty of torture crimes on me, being involved with my identity theft, skull splitting me, and attempted murder over the course of 5 years. Bert Hustler, he goes by the name Bert Hustler. There is Jason Van Alstyne. He is a crackhead, a well-known crackhead. He sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston, committing overdose murders and getting away with it very successfully because how it's being done. And he is also working with for the police as well. Tyler T. Bagleg, he is guilty of torture crimes. He is guilty of death threats. He is guilty of throwing blood on a previous address as a warning. He is guilty of threatening to slit my throat. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog Runt in March 24, 2023. Guilty of attempted murder on me, and he is Robert Kane, O.p.p. drug cop, #1 meth fed, rat informant, little piece of shit garbage. There is Robert Berry. He is guilty. He molested me as a child. He is a sex slave trafficker, a sex offender. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He is a truck driver, and he is a possible serial killer, him and his boyfriend, who allegedly has HIV/AIDS. He is committing sex assaults, and if so, he is spreading his disease. These are all junky pieces of shit, sex offender, psych ward patients, and low-life fall-down garbage in every sense of the word. There is also a Raymond LeBlanc. He is a child groomer. He is a criminal stalker. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He is guilty of identity theft, or he's guilty of attempted homicide on me with intent to commit. Harry Hartwick, Dale Hartwick, both guilty of being involved with my identity theft. Conveniently, I look just like these. Conveniently, these pieces of shit are related to me. They're guilty of very serious crimes on me. Harry Hartwick is guilty of serious abuses of me as a child. He is now guilty of body mutilations on me, skull splitting, and being involved with my identity, brain injuring me, and being involved with my identity theft. When I was a child, he actually took me, stripped me down naked as a child, and beat me and put duct tape on me for not eating a pickled onion, and then made me stand in a corner for 4 hours naked while he proceeded to beat up my mother and my older brother. He's very seriously fucked in the head. He is a child groomer. He also let me have sex with his wife as a 15-year-old in Winnipeg, Manitoba on Ashburn Street. He pretty much groomed me for it. And then after it happened, he kicked me out and put me on the streets in fucking Winnipeg as a 15-year-old kid. Dale Hartwick is involved with torture crimes on me, brain injuring me, body mutilations against me. He's guilty of being involved with my identity theft. He's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit homicide for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend a couple years ago. He's been involved with this for the past 4 years. And Dale Hartwick's boyfriend or husband, wife, whatever, Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, he is guilty of being involved with my identity theft, torture crimes, attempted paralyzing me, sex assaults, guilty of blinding me in my right eye. I have pictures and video where I look exactly like him, and he is a cockeyed little redheaded weirdo fucking piece of shit, and I look exactly like this garbage. Each and every one of them are O.p.p. accomplices. They are the drug-fed, money-paid lowlives. The O.p.p. are extorting $22,000 from me to have them arrested because it benefits them, knowing that I cannot afford that, because these bastards can implicate everyone involved as well. The police, doctors, the justice of the peace who had me falsely arrested in an attempt to prevent her from naming her for being involved with crimes and had it done to me before it was done to her. The very same day, I tried to get private prosecution, labeling her as being involved with crimes. A lot of lies, a lot of cover-ups, a lot of brain injuring, a lot of deforming, a lot of mutilations, and a lot of 2 murders that had taken place. Jason Gimpy, 2 Stephen Alstein is possibly involved with a homicide in 2021 as well. He is the one that sells lace fentanyl. And he is highly psychotic, highly obsessed. My skull has been completely split, and you can see it. I cannot get medical help. Nobody can be arrested. So conveniently, this is fucking done. And I am also the end of my bloodline. They are highly psychotic, delusional pieces of fucking shit garbage who are nothing more than low lives who are killing and ending bloodlines for O.p.p. revenge, because they're also involved with the human trafficking, fall down fucking junkie garbage. And all because of me speaking of their crimes in Napanee, the human trafficking, once again, revenge crime against me, and a lot of serious lies that nobody has to answer for because they have a badge, they have a gun, and they are above all laws, along with the doctors in Napanee, Ontario. My legal rights, my medical rights, and my human rights have been taken from me. I no longer have feeling on the right side of my head, and I no longer see anything out of my right eye as well. I have been blinded. I am being completely and totally decayed and mutilated, and I am being injured and tortured, and nothing I can do about it. So congratulations, O.p.p. You are pieces of shit. Terrorist fucking garbage. When people disappear, it's the police, it's criminal doctors, and it is their fall down accomplices. Blair Hardy, Ontario Provincial Police Constable Detective, guilty of attempted murder and murder in the first degree with intent to commit. This is another picture of him. He used to drive a Mercedes. Kind of hard to see though. I have been through 100% complete and total fucking identity change against me. and I can and have proven it. This is Raymond LeBlanc, the child groomer and the one guilty of killing my dog with Tyler Lake, March 24th, 2023. He's guilty of criminal stalking. He lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria in Napanee, Ontario, on Dundas and East Street. He's very seriously fucking dangerous. This is Dale Hartwick, my cousin. He is the one that's guilty of being involved in my identity theft with the intent to commit homicide for drop charges for the stabbing he committed against his wife's boyfriend. Apparently, he walked in and caught them having sex or something, and he went retarded. Sorry, he went crazy. But he is also my cousin, and he's guilty of attempted murder on me. Now working with him for the cops. Animal killer, meth head, Robert K. number 1 rat informant, Tyler T. Bag Lake, who is guilty of attempted murder on me. Jason Gimpy, Two-Step Vinalstein. He's the one that sells laced fentanyl. He's an identity thief with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud. A serious crack and meth head. He is an inbred. He has the IQ of a fucking cooked potato. He is highly dangerous. He is a stroke victim, and he uses that as a means to get away with fucking the crimes that he is guilty of, including a murder possibly in 2021 with him for the police. And this is another picture of him. How too convenient where I look exactly like this fucking lowlife inbred garbage when I am older than him. I am 52 and he is only approximately 45. And I have pictures and videos where I look exactly like this fucking garbage now. So congratulations, O.p.p. There's no fucking way he has to know how to commit identity. He is too stupid. They're also guilty of criminally stalking my mother once again and having her murdered. Well, Bill Waldridge, the one known as Bill Waldridge, was calling my mother mom when he was stalking her. Now I'm going to show some pictures to prove the serious changes that I've been through, identity changes I have been through physically. Some of them over the course of 5 years, and a lot of serious skull deforming. Just to prove. The only difference with this now is I have a tree on my hand with my name, and that's why I show my tattoo. That's a pretty serious one. How the fuck could I possibly change so much? And I've been accused of doing this to myself through criminal fucking doctors. This is just one example of my serious skull deforming I've been through. Picture of me at one time. Here's a picture of my skull deformed when it looks like I have a finger. It looks like I have fingers coming up through my skull, grabbing my head, and a serious dent. It's not like that now, and I've not had any surgeries either. I've been arrested falsely twice so O.p.p could get my pictures, prints, signatures, and everything else they needed against me for this forgeries, framings, and frauds. I also have illegal prisoner tracking in me as well. And once again, no criminal record or history, but yet I have the prisoner tracking in me from these fuckers. This was even me. I had to actually shave my head because of me being seriously deformed to prove that it was happening. Physical fucking changes done to me while being called a delusional, hallucinating retard through very serious, dangerous fucking doctors. I also now have a tube in me that I've never previously had before, and it goes from my groin to my right nipple to the back of my head. It's up through my throat to the back of my head. Looks like my skull's been cut, and I've not had any surgeries. Here's the tube that comes up into the back of my head from my neck. And also my spine has been pretty fucked on me as well too from this. And not being able to do anything, my neck being totally elongated. It also looks like my skull has been cut too. You can see it. And once again, no surgeries. All of this started to happen to me after I was shot in August of 2019, and everything began on me. So, anyway, I have pretty much proven my point. And this has all been within the last few years, too. It's been happening slowly to me, but it's been happening, and this is why I take my pictures. So, if O.p.p, Ontario Provincial Police, have done this to me, how many others has it been done to? How many has been kept from actually getting help as well? While they are being injured and tortured, completely deformed, brain and body mutilations, being totally fucking having identity theft put against them, and physically fucking changed forcefully, and having and being completely and being murdered, and it's being covered up and being gotten away with because it's the cops, because how it's being done. Criminal doctors and their fucking low life accomplices who have to answer for nothing. They are the O.p.p thin blue line that nobody crosses. I am Christopher Wood, whether this is seen or not. I am 52 years old, and each and every one shown and each and every one named are guilty of murder in the first degree within 4 Ontario Provincial Police for revenge retaliation. I'm being turned into a fucking vegetable. The time has been bought, damage has been done. Congratulations. I'm just gonna be another fuck that you get away with, right, O.p.p, and everything else you've done to me over 5 years. And not having to answer for a fucking thing. Look at this. Turning me out to look like Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne. You are truly filthy fucking low-life pieces of shit. Spencer Mills and Robert Kane. And I'm not taking a fall for any fucking Van Alstyne or any Billy Woldridge of 149 Center Street North. You are fucking bastards for what you've done. You are terrorist motherfuckers. You are guilty of ending a bloodline by doing this to me. Speak for revenge retaliation to fucking fuck my life over even more. I hope you're happy, you fucking bastards. Next time Spencer Mills have the balls and come and shoot me yourself, you fucking bastard.